Hey, welcome into my channel. I'm Amy, and if this is your first time to find my channel and one of my videos, thanks so much for finding me. I love to talk about all things project panning and beauty related, and thank you so much. It is my birthday month, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel so I can reach my goal of 600 subscribers by the end of July. Can you help me make my wish come true? Thank you so much. And if you are a regular viewer of my channels, thank you so much for coming back, and I love getting to talk about all things makeup with you. I really do love the community that we're creating, and I love getting to learn from you and getting tips and tricks from you. Today I'm here to give you an update on my modified Pan That palette, and as always I'll have all the information linked below as to why I call it a modified Pan That palette and the playlist, so that you can kind of go back and take a look at the journey that is the Norvina from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have really enjoyed getting to know this palette even better and really taking it slow with my Pan That palette for this year. Pan That palette for the past couple of years for me has been very tedious, and so if you're someone who is finding Pan That palette the same, where you're really unmotivated at this point in the year, it's mid-year, you're tired of using the same thing, and you know, there might be a couple months where you're hitting goals and reaching pans, and then you have months and months where you have nothing and you're still just working towards the bottom of the shadows. That is the whole kind of point of why I modified Pan That palette for myself, and why I'm kind of making project panning work for me a little bit better, so that I can stay motivated and not neglect all of the other makeup that I have in my collection. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to talk to you about the focus shade that I had for the month of June. Every month I pick a focus shade and I try to set a usage goal on that shade. Not necessarily to hit pan, but that's surely a bonus if it does happen. For the month of June, I was focusing on Passion, which is this kind of mauve, dusty color, and I had a goal to use that 15 times. And in the month of June, I really didn't wear makeup quite as much as I normally did. And when I did, I was focusing on my newer eyeshadow palettes. So for the month of June, I only used that shade 7 times. So I'm going to carry over the rest of those uses for July, and I'm going to try to continue to work on getting those full 15 uses on this shade. Before we talk about my July focus shade, let's travel back in time and just kind of take a look at all of the other things that I have worked on and the accomplishments that I have hit in this palette. I have hit pan on the shade Base. I have not used Dreamer yet as a focus shade. I was able to hit pan in Summer when I had that as my focus shade. Wild Child, I did not hit pan on that one yet, but I really kind of think that I could by the end of the year if I gave it a little bit more effort. Rose Gold, I have not used that yet as a focus shade, but I think that I could hit pan on that one when it's time. Celestial, I didn't hit pan on that one, but man, I got a lot of really good use out of this one whenever I used it during its focus shade month. For Dazzling, I was able to hit pan on Dazzling, and I was able to hit pan on Drama. Drama was simply just using it as an eyeshadow liner, and it really was pretty well a brand new shade. I hadn't used it that much, but using it as a liner really helped me to be able to hit the pan. And so Passion, I was using that as a liner quite often, but I also do like that shade Passion on the outer corner. So using the two different styles of brushes where you have like this sort of flat, you know, pinched going like that, compared to, in addition to the brush that I use for my liner, did kind of allow the product to just kind of get flattened out a little more evenly instead of targeted and pinpointed like this one. Out of this palette, the things that I have not used as focus shades are these two right here, base and sole because I'm not going to do those as focus shades. Obviously, base is something that I use on pretty much the daily basis, so I'm not going to use it as a focus shade, and sole is not a shade that I like enough to use it as a focus shade. I use it on occasion, and that's okay with me. Again, also, I have not had Dreamer. I have not had Rose Gold, and I have not had many of these mattes, Incense, Love, Volatile, or Eccentric. So most of the mattes and 2 of the shimmers are still up for grabs, and I have already rolled a random number generator 1 through 6 because that's the number of shades that I had left, and it gave me Eccentric, which I'm really excited about because in my deck of panning project pan, I rolled the Joker, and for the Joker I decided to work on Rose Metals and using my Rose Metals palette 5 times no pan left behind, and I swatched Eccentric, which I believe was this one. Yeah, and this shade right here, which is called Sunrose, I swatched those 2, and they're gonna really go nicely together. They really are very similar, but I feel like with Eccentric, it will pair nicely with most everything in this palette because it's just that kind of vibe. It's that orangey, burnt orange kind of vibe. So the 2 things together are going to go very nicely. And because I want to use this no pan left behind 5 times, I'm going to feel pretty comfortable juggling 15 uses on Eccentric for July and the remaining 8 uses that I need on Passion to reach those goals. I think I can do it, and I hope that you'll subscribe so that you can follow along on my journey as I continue to just try to get as much love out of Norvina as I can. It is the oldest palette that I own, but it's still in really good shape, and I still love it because I'm not making myself pan every shade. I'm adjusting the rules a little bit to keep me motivated, and that's what I encourage you to do on your project panning journey. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye!